DSLR versus mirrorless. What's going on, guys? I'm MacGyver and welcome to another, I hope, knowledgeable video for you who is watching right now. And I hope at the end of this video, you'll be much more decided which one to pick or, save up your video money. Anyway, also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure that you click the subscribe button and punch the notification bell icon so you'll be notified every time that I'll be releasing a video. Okay, back to the topic. Which one is for you? Would you rather buy a DSLR or mirrorless? Okay, a little bit of crash course about the two. DSLR cameras are basically film cameras that was transitioned to a digital version. So instead of using film, we're now using memory cards to transfer our data directly from the camera to the computer. Instead of the film cameras that you need to develop and scan it, etc. All those, hard stuff to do, you won't be doing that in DSLR's camera. Okay, next would be with the mirrorless one. Mirrorless cameras are the new technology or the new kids on the block in terms of specs and features. So that's one thing that you need to consider about. Also, mirrorless cameras doesn't use the mirror, that flippy thingy thing. Yeah, they use a new technology that captures images through a sensor instead of a mirror. Okay, so yeah. Now that's the crash course of DSLRs versus mirrorless. Okay, the pros and cons between the two. Let's start with the DSLRs. Okay, first and foremost, the pros would be the DSLRs cameras are cheap. Next would be there's a lot of variety of lenses to choose from. Okay, next pros would be you can find a lot of cheaper version for as low as $300 in the market. They are the best entry level or the beginners camera to everyone that wants to go photography or videography or just this or just ramp up their production in vlogging. Well, they're a little bit bulky and you really need to have a camera case for them. And if you're going to use them for vlogging, your arm might go swell because the weight of this, if I would assume, is almost beyond 200 grams or more. And you need to put a lens that will add an additional weight to it. So if you're going to vlog with a Gorilla Pod or other stuff, it's gonna tire your arm off. Now let's move on to mirrorless cameras. Apparently I don't have anything sample to show you guys because I'm using the mirrorless that I have. Okay, some mirrorless cameras are lighter. Not really some. It's really light. It's basically, it feels like you're just carrying a mobile phone with a big case. The next pros would be there's a lot of features that's going on in, mirrorless cameras, such as lug profiles that are not usually produced to entry-level DSLRs. And as far as I know, Sony cameras let you have lug profiles even up to their, entry level in terms of mirrorless would be the A6000 and A6100, which is called A6100. You'll be able to, friggle with the lug profiles. If I'm mistaken, make sure to correct me in the comment section below. But as far as I know, they do have lug profiles. And basically, majority of the mirrorless cameras out there, even the entry levels, have a flip out screen or flip up screen. So that's one thing that you need you guys to be aware of, because some of the entry level cameras like this one, this is a pretty old version. But if you're going to go with the Canon, Nikon, or I don't think Sony has a DSLRs, but those type of brands, some of them doesn't have a flip out screen, which is very useful for vlogging and video production, especially if you're just doing it by yourself. So yeah, well, comes with a price. Okay, the cons of this camera. Well, it is much more expensive than DSLRs. Even the entry-level mirrorless cameras is way expensive than those with the entry levels of DSLRs. Second would be the lenses are still scarce, especially if you're going to pick which manufacturer of or which brand you'll be choosing, whether it's Canon, Sony. There's still a few choices from their end, and even the third party like Sigma, Tamron has just begun releasing lenses for mirrorless cameras. Also, their lenses are expensive. Aside from the variety of lenses that are available in mirrorless cameras, that being scarce or less, the price is way expensive. I think the cheapest that you can buy brand new that is a prime lens would be the Sigma 30mm 1.4. It's gonna cost you around $200 brand new, or $250 depending on which region or which state you'll be buying it. When I say it stayed, it's like brand new or used. Okay, just to clear those things up. Now, personal take on this topic. Which one would I really recommend? Well, I would say start with Canon 200D, because if you're just going to start out here in vlogging and video production or photography, wedding stuff, whatever type, I won't suggest spending too much money in mirrorless cameras. But if you really want mirrorless cameras, then I suggest A6100 or A6400. Make sure you buy it with the kit lens, because the kit lens in those two brands are quite okay if you're going to use it as a startup. And basically the one I'm using here is still a kit lens, because the 11mm is still expensive, and even for Sigma, for the mirrorless in my Sony Alpha, I can't find a good deal. So yeah, personal recommendation, but you can just base on what I shared to you guys. So yeah, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, because that's it. And if you do, press thumbs up and consider subscribing for more videos like this. And also, I'll be extending my giveaway, so make sure to click on the link below and watch my Happy New Year plus giveaway video to know the mechanics on it. So once again guys, this is me Guyver signing out. Peace.